What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to week 3 of the WBE. I'm the coach of the Colorado Rapid Spins, and today we are going up against aDrive and the Minnesota Vikavolts. So, we're going to go ahead and pop in Caterpie Diglett, I believe is the code, and let's go ahead and get right into this battle. I brought a pretty interesting team for this. It is similar to what we brought last week, although I did switch up one of the Pokemon. I decided to bring Tentacruel, and that's because he does have Cloyster. I really do not want to get Shell Smash swept, so we got a pretty good check to that. Other than that, his team is really scary. I am worried about his Mega Pinsir is super scary, so we'll check out his team here. We do see the Wigglytuff, so he brought that for Dragonite. So we're gonna go with we'll go ahead and write this down. Pinsir, you got the Alakazam, which is scary. He does have the Cloyster, the Wiggly, Nidoqueen, and the Vaporeon. Vaporeon could be quite annoying. I do have a couple tricks up my sleeve for that thing, but the main problem here is we gotta figure out what he's gonna want to lead off with. If he leads with Mega Pinsir and starts to Swords Dance early, our only option is to hit a Rock Slide with Machamp. It's really our only check to that thing. So if we end up missing a Rock Slide, that could really kind of seal the deal for us. But I think he'll probably want to lead off with the Nidoqueen there to get up Stealth Rock. I'm thinking he's probably going to expect me to want to go with my Alolan Sandslash to get up rocks of my own. So I think we're going to go ahead and lead off with Gyarados here. We can get that Mega up early. We do actually outspeed his Nidoqueen because we are Jolly. So if he does decide to lead Nidoqueen, we're going to be in a pretty good position there. Let's just go ahead and lead off with Shrimp and just kind of see how this goes. I'm excited to see how this battle kind of plays out here. He does have one of the scarier teams that I am actually worried about in the league here. So, I mean, Mega Pinsir, I really don't have much of an answer for Mega Pinsir. Luckily, it doesn't get access to many flying moves, I don't think. So Machamp is kind of my best answer for that. So, aDrive and Sparky, let's do it, buddy. He's going to lead off with Jade. And so that's actually going to be his Wigglytuff, which is an interesting lead option there. He's probably just going to go ahead and get up this Stealth Rock. So I think I'm actually going to go right into our buddy LL Cruel J. So he's probably, yeah, that's actually, I did not expect that lead. You know what? I might just go into Alolan Sandslash. We're going to save Tentacruel. I'm going to go into Sandslash here because if he does Stealth Rock, it gives me an opportunity to get up a free Stealth Rock of my own. If he decides to T-Wave, we don't really care too much about that. This thing is here for... he didn't actually bring Magneton, which is interesting. And he's actually going to set up a Reflect turn 1. So... Okay, getting up that Reflect. We're just going to go right for the Stealth Rock here. And maybe if we could start setting up some Swords Dance with our Alolan Sandslash here, we might actually have an interesting time. So we get up our rocks. He is... Oh, he actually has Flamethrower on the Wigglytuff, which is completely not something I expected at all. And, well, we're going to pay for that. So, wow. Well, we get up our Stealth Rock, though, which is actually kind of good. And this kind of puts us in a bad spot. Well, we do at least have Tentacruel for this thing. We can go for the Sludge Bomb. His switch into that would probably be like Alakazam. Damn, we lose the Alolan Sandslash early as shit. That sucks. Okay, why did I not think about the Flamethrower? Damn, well, he's definitely going to want to switch out here. I'm thinking he'll probably want to go... Okay, well, Vaporeon can't do much. The Pinsir's going to come into Rocks and the Sludge Bomb damage. I think we're just going to go ahead and click Sludge Bomb here and see what happens. He might stay in and go for a Light Screen. He can take at least one Sludge Bomb. So he is going to actually switch out. And he is going to bring in Sabrina. Is that the Alakazam? Yeah, he's going to bring in the Zam here. Okay, so it gets hurt by a little bit of rocks there. Sludge Bomb is going to do some damage. And the thing about this is that he could potentially set up a substitute. And an Alakazam behind a substitute is extremely scary. I really needed Sandslash to be able to switch into Alakazam, and for that reason, I think we're just going to stay in here, and we're just going to go ahead and Sludge Bomb again. We'll see if he substitutes. He probably... Oh, no, he's just going to Psychic. Okay. Well, that is... we are able to live it, luckily. If we could get a Poison off on this, that would be absolutely amazing. Yes, we do get the Poison, but is it going to be able to knock him out? So, unfortunately now, Tentacruel is... okay, well, we do actually knock it out with the Poison damage. Down goes the Alakazam. But our Tentacruel has pretty much been compromised at this point. And That does kind of suck. I'm hoping he brings in Cloyster here. If he does go into Cloyster, we can get off a hard-hitting Giga Drain. He might just try to Shell Smash, trying to just set up, knowing he can knock me out with like anything at this health. If he does go into Cloyster, we can just hit that clean Mega Drain and see what happens there. We'll be able to get some solid damage and some health back, which will put us in a good position there, but I don't think he will. I think he probably might even go into the Pincer to start trying to set up on me if he gets up a Sword Dance. Oh, he is going to go into the Cloyster. Okay, brings in the Pearl Jam. And gets hurt by some rocks. And now we can go ahead and Mega Drain. I think he's probably going to try to set up some Shell Smash here. We do outspeed because I built this Tentacruel to be able to outspeed. And down goes the Cloyster. That is amazing for us. This Tentacruel did exactly its job. It was here to counter the Cloyster, so perfect. We get some health back there. Down goes the Cloyster, and also the Reflect is gone too. So this is pretty nice. If he brings in Pincer, we can just try to go for a Scald. It's not worth really saving my Tenta at this point, as he's actually going to go into Nido. And we actually outspeed Nido as well. So we can just go for a nice little Scald here. I believe we outspeed Nido. Yep, we do outspeed. Tentacruel is out here taking lives. So we get a nice hard-hitting Scald off. And we don't get the burn, unfortunately, but we are able to do an absolute buttload of damage. LL Cruel J is going to go down to an Earthquake. But that's fine. We were able to definitely whittle some stuff down there, and I'm feeling pretty good about the position we're at now. So Gyarados does outspeed as well. And he'll probably bring in Vaporeon is my best guess against a switch in to Gyarados. So let's see here. I could also just go Tiny Wings. Well, because if he goes Vaporeon, then we're kind of in a tough spot. Well, Vaporeon doesn't have much to hit Gyarados with anyway. You know what? Let's go Gyarados here. And let's see what's going to happen here. So Jolly Gyarados does outspeed. And we got to go ahead and Mega Evolve first turn here. And we don't have Waterfall. So that's the interesting thing about this. I brought Ice Beam for the chance that he might bring the Alolan Executor, which he actually did not. But we're just going to go ahead and click Crunch here. As we do outspeed, we should be able to knock out this Nidoqueen here. And this is an interesting Mega Gyarados set, not carrying Waterfall, but I didn't think it was all that useful here because his switch in to Mega Gyarados is going to be that Vaporeon. So he actually just stays in here. We do outspeed, and a Crunch is going to knock out the Nidoqueen. So down goes Mrs. Nido. And we got 3 left here. He does still have that Mega Pincer, which we are extremely worried about. But if he does decide to bring that thing in, we can paralyze it. It doesn't actually knock us out in one hit without a Swords Dance, I don't think. Especially because we didn't take Stealth Rock damage. So he's going to go into Jade here. And yep, that's that damn Wigglytuff again. So he'll probably want to set up the Reflect or something along the lines of that. Unfortunately, our team just really does not have much to do to this thing. I think we're going to go... I think we're going to bring in Arcanine here. We don't take any Stealth Rock damage. He's either going to go right for... I think Moonblast is what it's going to do. Okay, so actually, you know, he's going to set up another Reflect. So I think at this point, he's either going to switch into the Vaporeon. He's probably going to switch into that Vaporeon. So I believe we should probably just go right for a Toxic here. If he brings in this Vaporeon, it's going to be super nice to get that Toxic on it. Our team doesn't like Vaporeon too much. Yeah, so he does bring in the Vaporeon. In comes the Oxygen, and hopefully we're able to connect on this Toxic here. So we do. That is a Poison Vaporeon, looking nice. And, okay, so this thing does get access to Wish, but with that Poison on it, it's a whole lot less scary. We do have Flamethrower on this thing. Obviously not going to be able to do much to the Vaporeon. We don't have too many decent switches into Vaporeon here. He's probably going to Scald. I don't really feel like risking a Machamp switch in. I really don't want this thing to get burned. We do need it against that Pincer. We kind of need Tony against that damn Wigglytuff. That Wigglytuff is a freaking threat. We have Thunderbolt on Dragonite. Check out this this Dragonite set. It's actually kind of hilarious. Maybe we switch in Dragonite here, because we don't really care too much if we get burned. We can just go for, well, I mean, we just don't. We only do like 40%. I think we should at least stay in one turn here. We should try to just go for a flamethrower. See what we can do. Just take another turn of poison. See what this thing is going to try to hit us with. So the flamethrower obviously does nothing. He's probably going to... Oh, okay, he actually toxics here. So he was anticipating a switch. We're both toxic now. Okay. So I think it's probably a guaranteed Scald here. We should probably bring in Dragonite. Try to get off a Thunderbolt. And kind of just see, make the best, try to make it work. So we'll switch into Dragonite here. Tiny Wing's going to come in. Hopefully he doesn't make... Well, you know what? Actually, we could just actually go Gyarados. Although if Gyarados gets... Yeah, well, I think we're going to go Tiny Wings. Man, that Wigglytuff is actually scaring me a little bit more than I was expecting. That thing definitely does well against my team. Anytime the opponent has a fairy type, we're pretty screwed. Okay, so he does go for the Scald here. Not going to hit us for much damage. And we do unfortunately get burned. And that is actually quite unfortunate there. But the good news about this is he's actually in range for a Thunderbolt. And I'm thinking he's probably not going to expect a Thunderbolt here. So he'll probably just stay in. And we're just going to go ahead and click Thunderbolt. So the bad news about this is he gets a free switch into that pincer, and if it gets up, well, he can only get up one Swords Dance, which is the good news there. And as long as we hit a Rock Slide with Machamp, we can take at least one attack from it. Its hardest hitting attack is Superpower against Machamp. So, all right, we get the Thunderbolt off here. It is going to be able to knock out the Vaporeon, and now he is down to the Wigglytuff and the Mega Pincer. So, anticipating Wiggly to come in here. The Reflect is still up. Or no, that's gone. Okay, so it just wears off. We do have... Our best option would just be Thunderbolt. Because of the fact that... Obviously, we're burnt. So this thing comes back in. At least the Stealth Rock is starting to do its thing here, which is nice. So we can actually just go ahead and click... Probably just click Thunderbolt. It's not really... worth... I don't know if it's worth saving Tiny Wings. I think we're just going to try to get a little bit more damage here. Because we do need it to be in range to knock out with like Arcanine. So we're going to click T-Bolt. Gets it down below half. And now it actually sets up the light screen. So he does have the dual screen Wigglytuff. And this thing is scary. So with that light screen up, not really much we can do in this position here. He's probably... I think we should maybe go into Tony here. I think maybe if we bring in Arcanine and just go for a Flare Blitz, if he decides to attack rather than set up the Reflect, that would be really good. I think that's what we're going to do. It's not really worth staying in with Dragonite just to Thunderbolt for like no damage behind a light screen. So let's switch into Arcanine here. Okay, so it is actually going to Reflect. So now we've got 5 guaranteed turns of Reflect and Light Screen, and that is pretty spooky. So let's see here. We could just Will-O-Wisp this turn. I think it's probably pretty worth it just to Will-O-Wisp. If he brings in that Pinsir, which I don't think he will switch into Arcanine. This thing probably has Play Rough as its attack. I don't know if even Moonblast is in this shit. We're just going to click Will-O-Wisp here. And just kind of burn some turns here against this Wiggly. It'd be really nice if we can end this matchup with not too many turns left of the Light Screen Reflect. Okay, so he's actually Dazzling Gleam is what he's got. Okay. So it doesn't do much damage to us. We were able to get that burn. It's going to whittle it down a little bit. Just because Flare Blitz I don't think is going to be able to do much. Especially with that Reflect. Although at this point we're pretty much forced to go for the Flare Blitz probably. Although... Actually, no, we're higher special attack. We should probably, rather than taking the recoil. Although it really just doesn't matter because that Pinsir is going to come in. Let's just click Flamethrower here. See how much we're able to do to this damn pink marshmallow. And, oh, critical hit is actually going to knock it out. And that could be good or bad. Because of the fact that we could have burnt another turn of that Light Screen and Reflect. Which actually would have been nice had he lived that. But now he's forced to go into the Pinsir here. So unfortunately, he's not Mega Evolved yet, so he takes normal damage from the Stealth Rock, but it does whittle him down. So we're just going to click Will-O-Wisp here. He'll probably just knock me out with an Earthquake. But we do still have Machamp who can just come in and go for a Rock Slide. And I think even behind a Reflect, we should be in a decent position. So, oh, he's actually going to Swords Dance. If we miss this Will-O-Wisp, we are screwed, ladies and gents. Please, Tony. Yeah, I think this is his last kind of ditch effort here. Okay, so we do connect on the Will-O-Wisp. He goes for the Swords Dance, which was a nice play because had I not been able to connect on that Will-O-Wisp, we would have been really bad. That was actually a good play because I couldn't knock him out there. Guaranteed with, oh shit, he might even just Swords Dance again. Although we can just click Flamethrower now since this mixed attacking Arcanine actually works really well in this situation. So we can just click Flamethrower here, as he is forced to actually knock me out, knowing that he can't live a Flamethrower. Having a burn on that is actually super nice. So yeah, he's just going to go right for the Earthquake here. Is going to knock out Tony. And super glad we're actually able to get the burn on this Pinsir. So I believe it is... Okay, the Reflect should wear off here. Yep, the Reflect goes away. Now all we got to do is bring in Goro, who is specifically brought to go ahead and just click Rock Slide against this Mega Pinsir. So that is what we shall do. Hopefully we don't miss this. I think my Ice Punch actually might not be too bad of an idea. So he's actually going to go for a Rock Slide of his own. Trying to just pretty much flinch here. As we don't get flinched, and we are able to connect on a Rock Slide. And that is going to be a dead Mega Pinsir. So we were able to finish it off there. I was super worried about that Mega Pinsir. Luckily, it came down to the point where I was able to Will-O-Wisp it. But even then, Machamp was able to kind of break through as long as I connected on a Rock Slide. So that was a good game. I think my team performed pretty much exactly how I needed it to there. So the team preparation took me fucking forever, although definitely worth it, seeing as we got some good stuff to work with, like Tentacruel. Thunderbolt Dragonite actually even did some stuff. So that's going to be the end of the match there, guys, and we're able to finish it up with another win. So we're on a win streak of 2, and the team is absolutely thriving, not only because we got a couple wins, but also because the strongest matchups that we've had are kind of behind us. So our next matchups here should be a little bit easier, and hopefully we can just keep on rolling. So don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed, and shout out to my boy MV. He helped me a lot with coming up with the movesets for this team and stuff, and it worked out pretty well. So he's a genius. Peace out, guys.